I just saw a notification that it's live. Okay, so welcome everyone to today's ETC match between Germany and United Kingdom in Division 1. So this match was supposed to take place in December, but unfortunately it was delayed by 3 months. So here we are now. For today's match, we have United Kingdom as the visiting team, so we will start with them for each event. As always, good luck to both teams for the whole match. And first up in the 3-3 will be Rosalind. So we can spotlight her. Henrik, did you spotlight Rosalind?
Put her on a pin. So
Yeah, you need to click spotlight for everyone.
yeah. Okay, sorry.
Because when it's pinned, it doesn't spotlight for everyone. Yeah, perfect. All right, so Rosalind, you can take 2 warm-ups whenever you're ready. Okay, first attempt. That is clean, 1.809. Okay, you can take your second attempt. I think that is a scratch because hands on 2 stacks while fixing the fumbles. All right, third attempt when you're ready. And that is clean, 1.715. Okay, thank you. Next up will be Robert. Okay, you can go ahead and take your 2 warm-ups. First attempt. It's clean, 1.894. Okay, second attempt. Still clean, 3.790. And third attempt. That is also clean, 2.510. Okay, thank you. Next up will be Susie. All right, you can take your 2 warm-ups whenever you're ready. Okay, first attempt. Clean, 2.569. Okay, you can take your second attempt. That's a scratch. And third attempt when you're ready. And that is clean, 2.679. Okay, thank you. And last up will be Laura. Okay, 2 warm-ups. Yep, first attempt. It's clean now. 1.968. Okay. Yeah, second attempt. That's also clean. 1.844. Okay, and you can reset. Yeah, third attempt. Right, that's still clean. 3.629. Okay, thank you. So now we can move over to Team Germany. First up will be Patrick. Okay, you can take your 2 warm-ups. Thank you. First attempt. That is clean. That is a 2.486. Okay, you can reset. Yep, second attempt. It's also clean. 2.429. Okay, and you can reset. Thank you. Third attempt. All right, so that's a scratch. Okay, thank you. Next up will be Daniel. All right. Would you like 2 warm-ups?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. First attempt, when you're ready. That's a scratch, unfortunately. Okay, second attempt, when you're ready. It's clean, 1.927. And third attempt. That's a scratch, unfortunately. Okay, thank you. Next up will be Alexander. All right, 2 warm-ups. First attempt. Still clean, 3.188. Okay, second attempt, when you're ready. That is clean, 1.884. And third attempt, when you're ready. Yeah, that's a scratch, yeah, but you didn't start the timer. Yeah. All right, so that's a scratch. All right, so the last up will be Finn.
Yeah.
All right, 2 warm-ups, whenever you're ready. Okay, first attempt. That is clean, 1.945. Okay, second attempt. That's a scratch, unfortunately. And third attempt. That is still clean, 4.825. Okay, so that's it for the 3-3-3. Now we can move on to doubles, starting with the first pair for Team UK, which will be Robert and Laura. Okay, perfect. So Robert, you could take 2 warm-ups. Okay, first attempt. Clean, 6.736. And then Laura, you could take 2 warm-ups. Thank you. Your first attempt. That's clean. That is at 6.645. Okay, so that's an average time of 6.691. Okay, Robert, you can take your second attempt.
It's a scratch, bro.
Yeah, unfortunately.
We can just go
Laura,
straight
would you
to-
like to take your try?
No, we can just go straight to Robert's third.
Okay. Okay, no problem. All right, Robert, you can take your third attempt.
Again.
That's another scratch, unfortunately.
That's okay. We'll leave that. That was a good first time though.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
All right, so we can move on to the next pair for Team UK, which will be Susie and Rosaline. Okay, perfect. So Susie, you can take 2 warm-ups whenever you're ready.
Sorry, is it Susie next?
Yep. You can. She can take her 2 warm-ups. For cycle. Okay. First attempt. When are you ready? That's still clean. 11.978. And then Rosalind, you can take 2 warm-ups. Okay. First attempt. That's clean. 6.523. 563, sorry. So that's an average time of 9.271. Okay. So Susie, you can take your second attempt. It's clean. 8.702. And Rosalind, you can take your second attempt. So that's a scratch. Okay. Then Susie, you can take your third attempt when you're ready. That's clean. 8.969. And Rosalind, your third attempt. That is clean. 7.314. So that's an average time of 8.142, which is your best. Okay, so now we can move over to Team Germany for the first pair, which will be Patrick and Alexander. Okay, Patrick, you can take 2 warm-ups. Thank you. Your first attempt. That is clean. 8.916. Okay. And Alexander, you could take 2 warm-ups.
Only one warm up, please.
Okay, sure. Okay, first attempt. That's still clean, 10.256. So that's an average time of 9.586. Yeah, thanks, Trick. You can take your second attempt when you're ready. That's clean. 9.194. Okay. Then Alexander, your second attempt. That is clean. 6.804. Okay, so that's an average time of 7.999, which is a chunk of the time. Okay. Then Patrick, yeah, third attempt. That is clean. 8.667.
Okay.
And Alexander, your third attempt.
So with a 4.66, we can make first place. That's scratch.
Yeah. All right, so that's a scratch. Okay, thank you. So now we can move over to the second pair for Team Germany, which will be Daniel and Finn. Okay, so Daniel, you can take 2 warm-ups if you want.
Yeah.
Okay, first attempt. That is clean. 6.562. Then Finn, you can take 2 warm-ups.
Yep.
Okay, your first attempt. Ah, that is a scratch. All right, so back to Daniel for the second attempt. That's clean, 7.445. Then Finn, your second attempt. Still clean, 16.350. That's an average time of 11.898. Okay, so Daniel, you can take your third attempt. All right, so that'll still be clean, 11.865. And then your third attempt. Ah, that's another scratch. Sorry about that. All right, so that's it for doubles. So now we can move on to 363. So we move back to Team UK. First up will be Rosaline. All right, take your 2 warm-ups. first attempt. Ah, that's a scratch, unfortunately. Okay, second attempt. That is clean. 2.448. Okay, and third attempt. All right, so that's a scratch. Okay, thank you. Next up will be Robert. Okay, 2 warm-ups. Okay, first attempt. Ah, that's a scratch. Okay, second attempt. It's clean, 2.669, and the third attempt. Ah, that's another scratch. Okay, thank you. Next up will be Rihanna.
Sorry, I forgot to change it in the sheet.
Oh, yeah.
Susie.
So we replace Rihanna with Susie, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so Susie, you can take 2 warm-ups. Okay. All right, first attempt. That's clean. 3.229. Okay, you can take a second attempt. Still clean. 3.469. And the third attempt. That is also clean. 3.125. Okay, thank you. And then last up will be Laura. Okay, 2 warm-ups. Yep, first attempt. That's clean. 2.433. Okay, you can reset. Yeah, second attempt. It's also clean. 2.271. Okay, and you can reset. Yeah, third attempt. Ah, so that's a scratch. Okay, thank you. Now we move over to Team Germany. First up will be Patrick. Okay, 2 warm-ups. Thank you. First attempt. It's clean. 3.056. Okay, you can reset. Yep, second attempt. That is clean. 2.953. Okay, and you can reset. Yep, third attempt. That is also clean. 2.943. Okay, thank you. Next up will be Daniel. All right, 2 warm-ups if you want.
Yep.
Okay, first attempt. Still clean, 5.281. Okay, second attempt. Still clean, 3.722, and third attempt. That's a scratch, unfortunately. Okay, thank you. Next up will be Alexander. Okay, 2 warm-ups if you want. Okay, first attempt. That's a scratch, unfortunately. All right, second attempt. Still clean, 4.396, and third attempt. All right, still clean, 3.201. Okay, thank you. And last up will be Finn. All right, 2 warm-ups. Okay, first attempt. That's another scratch, unfortunately. All right, second attempt when you're ready. Yeah, it's clean, 2.574, and third attempt. That is unfortunately a scratch. All right, thank you. So that's it for 363. Now we can move on to timed relay. So I believe we got the order for Team UK. So it will be the same as for individuals.
Yep.
Rosalind, Robert, Susie, and Laura. Okay, so we got everyone in the spotlight, no warm-ups for relay. So Rosalind, you can take your first attempts when you're ready. That's clean, 2.387. Then Roberts, whenever you're ready. Still clean, 12.909. Okay, then Susie, whenever you're ready. Yes, clean, 3.205. And then Laura, yeah. That is also clean. 2.559.
I just
Right,
wrote
so that's a
Susie.
combined time of
Susie,
21.060. Yep.
Susie, you're not meant to stack between attempts. There's no warm-ups for relay.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah. I just warned everybody on that, but just be careful on that.
It's a first match, so it's an easy.
Yeah, no problem. Gotcha. All right, so Rosalind, you can take your second attempt. That's clean, 2.284. Then Roberts, whenever you're ready. That's clean, 2.752. Then Susie. That's a scratch, unfortunately. Laura, would you like to take your try?
I'll just do it.
Okay, sure. All right, so back to Rosalind for the third attempt. Unfortunately, that is a scratch. Because Alaska was holding on the timer. Speaking to the rest, would you all to take your try? Okay, so Robert, what about Susie? I don't think so. Okay, so no response, so I think we should move on. Okay, so we can move over to Team at Germany. So it will be the same order as before individuals. Patrick, Daniel, Alexander, and Finn. Okay, perfect. So Patrick,
Bin ich decken. Alle
Ja.
unter 5-2, dann haben wir's.
whenever you're ready. That is clean. 3.448. And Daniel. Good fix.
Wow.
5.540. Then Alexander, whenever you're ready. That is also clean. 3.248. And Finn. That is also clean. 3.453. That's a combined time of 15.689. All right, Patrick. Yeah, your second attempt. That is clean. 4.414. Okay. And Daniel. That's clean. 2.433. Then Alexander. That's a scratch. Finn, would you like to take your try?
No.
Okay,
I don't
so
know.
we'll go back to Patrick for the third attempt. Yeah, thank you. That is clean. 4.116. Daniel. That is also clean. 2.520. And Alexander. That is clean. 3.300. And Finn. And that is clean. 7.301. All right, so that's a combined time of 17.237. All right, so the first attempt is your best averaged combined time, sorry. All right, so that's it for timed relays. The current score right now is 36 points to Germany and 48 points to United Kingdom. So now we can move on to cycle, starting with Rosaline. Yeah, you can take your 2 warm-ups. Okay, first attempt. That is clean, 6.532. Okay, second attempt. Still clean, 9.697. And third attempt. That is still clean, 10.713. Okay, thank you. Next up will be Susie. All right, 2 warm-ups. First attempt. Okay, 12.645. Okay, second attempt. Still clean, 10.099. And third attempt. And that is clean, 9.825. Okay, thank you. Next up will be Robert. All right, 2 run-ups. Okay, first attempt. It's clean, 6.377. Okay, second attempt. Still clean, 10.472. And third attempt. All right, so that's a scratch. Okay, thank you. And then last up will be Laura. All right, 2 run-ups. Thank you. First attempt. That is clean. 6.507. Okay, you can reset. Yep, second attempt. Still clean. 8.562. Okay, and you can reset. Yep, third attempt. And that is clean. That is a 5.965. Well done.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we can move over to Team Germany. First up will be Patrick. All right, 2 run-ups. Thank you. First attempt. That is clean. 8.231. Okay, you can reset. Yep, second attempt. That's still clean. 15.936. Okay, and you can reset. Thank you. Third attempt. All right, that's still clean. 12.243. Okay, thank you. Next up will be Daniel. All right, 2 warm-ups if you want.
Yeah.
Okay, first attempt.
Ja.
That is clean. Well done. 6.281.
Okay.
Okay, second attempt. So that's a scratch. And the third attempt. All right, so that's a scratch. Okay, thank you. Next up will be Alexander. All right, 2 warm-ups if you want. Okay, first attempt. Still clean, 12.968. Okay, second attempt. Still clean, 10.458. And 30 cents. What are you ready? That is still clean, 8.422. Okay, thank you. And last up will be Finn. All right, 2 warm-ups.
Yep. Okay, first attempt. Still clean, 15.477. Okay, second attempt. Okay, I believe that's clean, 9.553. And the third attempt. That is clean, 6.200. Okay, thank you. So that's it for individual cycle. Now we're going to the last event, which is head-to-head cycle relay. So we're starting with Team UK for the first round. So it will still be the same order that has been for the other events. All right, so just to warn once again, no warm-ups for relay in this one, once again. All right, so Rosalind, you can take your first attempt, whenever you're ready. That's clean. 9.9667. Okay, and Susie, whenever you're ready.
Sorry, is it 363 or cycle?
This is cycle.
Cycle.
Unfortunately, that is a scratch. Robert and Laura, would you want to take your try? No? Okay, so we can move over to Team Germany. So for Team Germany, will still be the same order. Okay, perfect. Right, Patrick, yeah, whenever you're ready. That is clean. 8.981. Okay, then Daniel. That is clean. 7.677. And Alexander. That is also clean. 7.994. And Finn. That is also clean. 7.791. All right, so the first point goes to Team Germany. So we'll head back to United Kingdom for the second round. All good. All right, so Rosalind, you can start whenever you're ready. That is clean. 7.060. Then Susie, whenever you're ready. That is clean. 8.363. Then Robert. It's also clean. 6.926. And Laura. Yeah, thank you. And that is clean. 6.864. Okay, so that's a combined time of 29.213 for Team UK. So now we move back to Team Germany. Perfect. All right, so Patrick, yeah, whenever you're ready. Still clean now. 13.211. Okay, and Daniel. Still clean, 9.569. And Alexander. Still clean, 11.027. And Finn. And that is still clean, 11.367. All right, so that's a combined time of 45.174. So the second round goes to Team UK. So it is 1-all. So we head back to UK for the third round. Okay.
I think you spotlighted Alexander.
Yeah, you spotlight Alexander instead of Laura, yeah. Yeah, perfect. All right, so Rosalind, you can start whenever you're ready. It's clean, 7.903. Then Susie. It's clean, 8.053. Then Robert. That is also clean, 8.605. And Laura, yeah, whenever you're ready. And that is clean. 6.714. Okay, so that's a combined time of 31.275, which is the time to beat. So we move back to Team Germany. Yeah, thank you, Patrick. Just hold on a second. Okay, so Patrick, you can start whenever you're ready. That's clean. 10.426. Then Daniel. That's clean. 10.868. Then Alexander. It's clean. 11.441. And Finn. And that is clean. 6.472. So that's a combined time of 39.207. So I think the last point goes to Team United Kingdom. Well, apparently Rosalind is using a 4-pad, as I'm assuming. So, which means that Team UK won the head-to-head cycle relay, and with that, winning the whole match with a final score of 50 points to Germany and 72 points to United Kingdom. So, congratulations to Team UK for winning the match. Thanks to both teams for competing as always. Special thanks to Henrik for streaming, and that was still a great match.